Well, obviously we got off to a little bit of a sluggish start, not unlike San Diego, where we just had very little possession time in the first half. We had a good drive coming out, throw the pick, and then, get behind the 8 ball, 13-zip, and, once again, I thought the kids showed a little bit of resiliency and character, and, we just hung in there and fought back, got into a rhythm in all phases, and, managed to get control of the game.
Tom, can you talk about that pick over the middle, fifth pass of the game? Was it something that just slipped out of your hand, or was it a little bit high?
Yeah, no, it was a bad throw. I think our tight end Halverson had a beat and just made a bad throw. Should have put more air on it, put it a little bit more out in front, and just not the best throw.
And then with the onside kick, I look at you guys got back onto the field for like 47 seconds left in the first quarter, so that the first quarter was kind of gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's adversity, and we train for that stuff, and I think tonight was a great example of how our off-season training really helps with the adversity, in games, and I thought we responded really well. Had a really big second quarter.
Zach, can you just talk about the defensive effort and the number of turnovers you guys are able to produce?
We like a fight. We felt good going into this game. It kind of also feels good when our coaches kind of know that we're going to have the type of game that we had, and they're still confident in us. They're not freaking out in meetings. They understand that we know what we need to do and that we're ready to do it. We like a fight, and I mean, as you see, we've learned that last year we had trouble making plays when we needed to, and this year we're able to do that, and we're going to keep on doing that.
How many times did Coach have you drop back in coverage tonight? I know you got to pick one of the times.
I think we had 2 plays. I personally, I want to say I had 2 or 3 in that formation, but it doesn't really matter. We have a number of guys who are able to play. I mean, Norman's coming off the edge from cornerback. They have me dropping, they have AT dropping, Freight dropping, we have tackles dropping, we have all types of stuff we can do. So it doesn't really matter.
Zach, can you talk a little bit about the amount of pressure that you guys were able to sustain on Donovan?
Their O-line seemed soft. We like getting pressure at the quarterback. It's something we really like to do. We like to get in their face. We like to get physical. And if you don't want to come at us, we'll come at you.
Ricky, that 63-yard touchdown in the third quarter was a big play. Did you see the blitz from that side and think something like that was going to happen, or did you know going in with into that play?
Yeah. So that was actually the corner. Paulie really he disguised his blitz really well on that play. I actually didn't see that he was blitzing until the snap of the ball. He blitzed, and then it was a great job by Connor just seeing that blitz and picking it up. The safety kind of. I kind of gave a stutter step, throttled in the hole, and then went over the top, and so it was a tough play for the safety to make. Connor did a great job just putting the ball over the top.
Either Connor or Ricky, it seemed like most of the game, Brown had a lot of guys in the box, a lot of guys up front, not so many guys deep in coverage. Were you surprised by that, or how did the coverages they for you guys?
No, I think what they showed us, we were expecting everything that they showed us, and they went. Once we started running the ball a little bit better, they started putting more guys in the box, which, any team does that. So, nothing that they showed us we weren't expecting.
I'll tell you this, though. They're a very challenging team to prepare for. They have so many different blitzes. They bring pressure. The kids play extremely hard. We scored whatever points we scored, but none of it felt remotely easy. We made a lot of big plays, and the turnovers really changed a close game.
Coach, can you talk about Zach Bowden and where the running back situation is going forward?
Yeah, Zach hurt his knee in practice a couple days ago. He's out for an extended period of time. Andrew Caston is a guy that's never really played varsity football, and typical of our team, a guy that just stepped up. And he's a different kind of back. He's a bigger back, and he's got a good feel, and it's kind of a nice Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. I'll let you decide who's who between him and Stanton. And, you know, he did very well. You know, Peters never really been in varsity game. Did a great job.
Connor, can you talk about what's going through your head on that fake screen where you tried to pass over to Brady over the middle and got his hip, ended up in his hands? It was kind of, you know, it's a perfect play. What's kind of going through your head when you see the defender and then all of a sudden the ball's in Brady's hands?
Yeah, I mean, that my heart dropped a little bit when it got tipped. I knew that backer had dropped right in the hole, and Cam would eventually get by him. It was more like a second window slant throw, and I just threw it a little too early, and it was just enough outside where the kid, kind of tipped it. I was glad it didn't get picked. It was pretty close, but Cam did a great job. Good concentration, made a big play. That set up for a big drive for us.
And kind of the ability to making decisions quickly as far as kicking the ball and running, and then that first drive where you closed it within 13-7, and you had that 17-yard run where you rolled right, reversed your field, came all the way around left for 17 yards, which is after a big completion to, I think, Bird. But talk about the ability to use your feet and take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of football. It's part of the game. Not everything's going to be perfect every time, and that's why I love football. I mean, running around, having fun. It was almost like playing Madden, and you go one way, everybody goes that way, and you roll out the other side. And it was just I was looking for Berg on a slant, and it just didn't feel right to throw it, so I kind of rolled out that way. Nothing was there. Took it back around, had a couple nice blocks, and a big running lane. So.
Coach, what are you thinking on that play when you see him turn back around and come all the way down the field?
Oh, the hardest thing to defend in football is improvisation. It's just, there's no model, there's no scheme, there's no metrics. So, a lot of the great athletes that can make improvisation plays like that, it's just very tough to defend. Keeps the ball alive.
Coach, talk a little bit about the change from the first quarter to the second quarter. Brown was really moving the ball, and they had the ball for almost the entire quarter, then you guys really turned it around.
Yeah, again, it was, just like San Diego, quite frankly. We couldn't get our defense couldn't get off the field, offense couldn't really stay on the field, and that's obviously not a good combination. And it's amazing to me that we've scored 40 points 2 games in a row because we just haven't had a lot of possession time. We've made up with it with some big plays, some fairly quick scoring drives, and today some huge turnovers that really were momentum and game-changing type of plays.
How does this year's defense stack up against past teams you've had in terms of their ability to score once they get the ball?
Offensive defense.
The defense, when they get the turnover, bring it back, 2 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 down, 1 to go. 2 games down, 1 to go, right, Paul? It's just, we're a work in progress. Trust me, we have a lot of things to improve on. The biggest thing we're doing is we're playing really hard. Kids are giving great effort, great team chemistry and camaraderie, and we've got some playmakers. Some kids maybe we weren't counting on, or we're hoping we could count on in light of losing so many offensive guys. But with guys like Connor and Ricky and Paul Stanton and other guys stepping up offensively, and same thing's happening on defense. We got a long way to go.